you guys? Welcome to another vlog, part 3 for this truck repair. Honestly, I'm very sorry that I haven't been updating you guys on, with the whole Chevy repair on this frame, and keeping up with the some other projects. I've just been working a lot. Give you guys a quick rundown on what's been completed. A lot of the welding on the frame repair is all set, so that side over here that we have to do is pretty much done. So right now I'm working on with the reinforcing the rear cab mounts, since I already have the new cab mounts, which is for the mid rear back here, and also for the front cab mounts. These are new. I bought them from Rhode Island off this website. They're based on Chevy frame kits that they make. They make it for all their other makes and models for other trucks, like GMCs, Fords, and stuff. I'll leave the link in the description right here so you can go check them out. Sure enough, yeah, they are. I also went out and ordered and bought these bushings for the cabs, new ones off Amazon. They're pretty much not OEM, they're like eBay, Amazon type of bushing, but it's got good reviews. I did the research. So honestly, I got a rear cab mount for this spot for the back right there, for this piece, for this mount that I'm reinforcing. I'm also reinforcing this one here too. The only reason why I'm reinforcing, because this is the old piece, and this was all crudded out, rusted, thinned out. So I had some more metal left over that I was using for the frame, and sure enough I have enough, so I can make those templates, cut them out. I made one already. Definitely want to make sure I can show you guys. So this is it. This is one of them for this side, and sure enough it fits perfect. I mean, I made the cuttings pretty good. Didn't think it was gonna be that hard, but just some measuring and tracing and patience for sure. So that fits perfect. I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with welding on that. I'm using the same thickness, pretty much. I'm pretty sure they're the same gauge. Originally, when I cut them, they're a little bit more wider. So you can see, like right here on this on this wall of the frame. I was going to use 11 gauge metal, which was a thin piece like this, but it did feel a little thinner than this one that I'm using. I forgot what gauge this is, damn it, but it's the next one up. But so I'm just using this just so I can be a little more secure on making the whole mount stable and strong enough for it to hold while the cab comes down and gets all bolted on together. So yeah, by any means, I don't know what I'm doing. The majority of the time I feel like I am, but I don't. I'm just going with the flow, just doing some research online and going back and try to follow that same process, and it's coming out pretty well. I am getting help from my friend Kyle. He's been a lot of good help with this whole truck repair with me. So he's also showed me how to weld and stuff to begin with. So I'm really glad on that. So shout out to you, dude. I'm really hoping to get this whole truck done before we get snow, and I think it'll happen. So I just gotta keep it consistent and keep going with this whole repairs. I do have to install the new brake lines, which I have already, and a few lines, but that will come right after, once the the two mounts are reinforced, and double checking everything is all welded to make sure nothing is left out, like that's going to prevent it making a crack in the future on the new metal. So yeah. do a lot of filming. We're just trying to get everything done with some final welds. We had to drill out this, which we used a circular bit or hole saw bit that cost like $8, $12 at Harbor Freight, and it was a little tricky and stuff, but we got it. We were able to remake the hole, only because the original one that was already cut out was a little too small for the bushing to fit in for that one, and including for this side too. So that's why we ended up making the hole a lot more straighter. We welded a plate. My friend Kyle welded a plate over it to redo like the hole and stuff. So all I gotta do is get a belt sander and just go away and sand the bottom edges. That way the bottom bushing cup can sit under. That way it can clip in with the other bushing on top, kind of like sandwich the whole thing in the middle, and the bolt will be going straight through into the cab. We'll reinforce this. My weld job is not the prettiest, but I was able to lay on some thick welds for this, including the other side. And it's solid too. This thing ain't going anywhere. That's pretty awesome. It's not fully tightened on, but they're all screwed into place, lined up. Just gotta tighten them all the way. I'm just not sure whether if I should like put on the ABS on first and then put on the bracket, but or just put the bracket on and then put the ABS on, but whichever way it works. Other than that, I got the ABS mount that I'm gonna be reusing. And you know, good thing I didn't throw this away at the time, because I thought this thing was like a goner already. And when I was removing it, I had to like tangle it around, twist it around, because one bolt stripped and the other ones didn't come out well. So I ended up having Kyle, weld new tabs for me. And good thing is, I'm glad I saved this and it's still usable. It goes right here. The pre-holes are still on, so I never cut these off. These are for the ABS. I just gotta make one little hole in the bottom on the new plate here, which isn't bad. I already make my mark with a Sharpie in the bottom, and yeah, I just gotta drill that out, put some nuts and bolts, and then I'll be able to install the ABS, which is right there, and run the new lines. But it's just a mock-up. I'm not sure whether if I'm gonna clean up that bracket enough or what now, but at least it's on, bolted up. It still has a fighting chance to work. So that's pretty much good for that. And then besides that, we have brake lines, which I actually bought not too long ago. Just took a while for it to come in the mail, but I bought these instead. These were pretty awesome on the market. These are stainless steel brake lines. Bought them off, of course, on eBay, but they had good reviews. They sent me their information if you wanted to check them out. And yeah. And the cool thing about these brake lines is that they're all cut into length to specific locations to where they go. From each side of the brake calipers to the ABS. They're also flared, and they all already have their fittings in it, ready to go, ready to thread on. The only hard part, or only part I need to do is pretty much just bend them and run them through the places where they originally were at the time. And yeah, it should be good to go after that. And same thing for the fuel lines. Fuel lines I'm going to replace, since the old ones are, crudded out. This is one of them. These are solid lines, and I definitely don't want to just put these back on and, you know, risk the chance of having a gas leak in the future. Right now I have the cab removed, the bed removed. This is my chance to just do all that, you know, just before we put everything on back together, because in the future it's gonna be a pain to get to, especially if you're underneath the truck. And my lift so far, it can pick up the truck. It's just very difficult to line it up since it is kind of like a little tight spot. But I also don't have what's it called, lift pads for the truck to, you know, to be lifted from the frame. So it is what it is. I just gotta buy some. But anyways, that's pretty much good to go. I got everything. Just gotta put them all together. And at the very end, once the truck is all done, we're gonna throw, you know, primer and then some paint just over the repairs we've done, just so no rust collects in the future. I would love to undercoat the whole frame, but there's only so much that we could do, and it is like an old truck anyways. It just has low mileage, engine's fine, no problems whatsoever, no problems with the transmission. Alright, so pretty much ran the front, So I pretty much ran the front lines, front brake lines for the driver's side and the passenger side. It's all installed, just mocked up, all bolted in. It's even the hydraulic lines as well. And oh man, I can't tell you how annoying bending the brake lines were. I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with it before. I know they sell the tool where where it helps you bend them easily. I don't have that, so I've just been using my hands and carefully bend them and carefully not pinching them too much. Well, like not bending them too much, otherwise they'll pinch. But
Alright, hey, what's up everyone? I don't even know where to start. I know I pretty much just cut through the whole video just to get, you know, everything done. I've been working a lot, you know, for the past couple of days, you know, before the holidays. And by the way, happy holidays and, you know, happy new year as well. I know I haven't uploaded anywhere in between those times. And it's been so busy, you know, trying to get the truck done, and, you know, with work and just making up some time, you know, to go to the shop and just get everything done, you know, and because at the same time I was just trying to, you know, meet a goal just to get this truck ready before we even hit snow, or, you know, before, you know, the holidays. But anyways, the truck is all good. I'm driving it right now. It's also snowing, and in Massachusetts, in my town here. But kind of glad, I got this truck done and ready to be, driven safe on the road, for these kind of weather conditions. I'm currently on four-wheel drive on this truck, and it works mint, and I absolutely love it. Everything got done, such as the mounts and fuel lines, brake lines got done. I showed a little bit of those, except for the mounts being welded. But so far, everything got done, and since there was a time where I didn't have my camera with me, and I had my camera but I didn't charge it, or I just didn't have another memory card because it was full of other videos that I have yet to edit. So I was just, I'm just not gonna even bother going out spending money on another memory card or editing on times like this, because I just want to get the truck done. So I did. I just told myself I'm just gonna cut to the chase and get this thing done, and I'll talk about it at the end of the end once I'm finished. Once I get this truck back together, I'll talk about it more. So yeah, once the mounts were on, I put a primer on and then paint, and then worked my way around, getting the cross members painted as well, just so they don't rust. And also was just working my way, getting the ABS back on, and as well, getting the fuel lines on too. So those two things were a little bit of a challenge, but I got it done. Only reason why is that the brake lines were just hard to bend in place. They were all cut into length to where they specifically need to go, like I said in the videos. Just bending them around, and going around the way they have to go. It was just like a bitch to bend them. So I really hope you guys can hear me with that heat on. I was just blasting that heat just so I can be warm in the cab. But anyways, the truck's running fine. I just actually did an oil change 2 days ago before we even got the storm, and double checked the coolant and battery. It's pretty much straightforward. The transmission temperature is good. I don't know what else. The headlights work. Everything works as it was before. Honestly, I was in the market on getting a snow plow, but it was cutting too short, so I was just too late to get one. I have a harness for it, and just didn't have time to look for one, before the storm. But anyways, next year I'll definitely get one. Unless if we get another storm like this, then maybe I'll look into getting one before then. But yeah, so far so good. So pretty much, everything went back on, as everything on the engine bay. I didn't show that, any of the clips of me putting it back together. Just want to get to it, just get it all done, because at the same time it was just nerve-wracking that some wires had to be disconnected in order to connect to this, or in order to install this. Had to move around some stuff. And the last thing was getting the fuse box back together and making sure all the wires go, in the right way where they're supposed to be, and also putting the plastic cover that goes over the fuse box, just so the wires can stay protected and stuff. I didn't want to leave it exposed. I almost wanted to, because at the same time I almost didn't care, but truthfully I do care. So I definitely took the time to to untangle those wires and for the fuse box and put them all back together. It took me a couple of tries. I had to disconnect this a wire underneath the fuse box and disconnect this one, just so I can untangle that, just so they can flow around underneath the around the corners on the bay, and that way the whole cover for the fuse box can sit in and snap into place. And yeah, like I said, it was just annoying and nerve-wracking for me, so didn't want to show you guys that. But anyways, I want to close out this video. I want to say thank you for you guys for watching, for the other videos. If you're new on this channel, welcome. Definitely check out my my other videos on my channel. If you haven't watched, you know, part 1 or part 2 and you're watching this now, I definitely watch part 1 and part 2. Go check it out. And yeah, definitely leave a comment, like, and subscribe as always. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I definitely want to you know, keep things going. I definitely want to get the E46 ready for drift season for 2024. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. Once again, happy holidays and happy new year. You know, I know everyone has you know, new year resolutions for 2024. Some of you might be saying, like, is this gonna be the same as always? There's nothing new for 2024. But anyways, you know, I definitely have some goals I want to you know accomplish this summer. So the first goal would be you know, I want to get the E46 ready for track. So, but enough of that. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.